Romance Scrooge, and joining me today are...
saw Nohbody.
The Brainteaser.
And our special guest... Oh, sorry, PC.
Already off to a start, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so sorry. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, PC?
And last but not least, PC the Unicorn.
Jeez, I'm so sorry about that, dude. Already. It's like I ran over somebody's foot, like pulling a flat tire. I just flat tired you with words.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I thought flat tire is what happens when you step on the heel of someone's shoe and it comes off.
I've got no idea. I I can't word today. I just
Fun, 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 fun.
Also, one more quick announcement here. Unfortunately, the artistic alpaca wasn't able to make it tonight, so
Poor baby.
just wanted to put that out there for artistic alpaca's lovely fans. Hopefully, she'll be back next week. All right, I titled this after a specific reference from the new DuckTales reboot. Anybody know?
Ooh, I know this one. I know this one.
I can make a reference.
Oh, I know. Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go! Teen Titans!
I could see an entire episode where they run Launchpad's joke into the ground, like they do with Waffles and every other clever reference.
The only difference is it would actually be funny.
Okay, that's as far as the Teen Titans Go bash train needs to go. Because if you really think about it, Teen Titans Go is a dead horse. It's a dead horse with flies swarming around its decaying carcass.
Assuming there's any flesh left on that carcass.
It's like the lone cow skull in a desert.
Honestly.
Pretty much.
Where's the rest of the body? How come you never see the rest of it? Like,
Oh man, I loved it how Doofenshmirtz just pointed that out.
Oh, that's from Phineas and Ferb?
Yep.
Man, I am not going to recognize Phineas and Ferb references. I'm still lost on that whole Milo's Murphy reference about the peach or the nectarine or what was it?
that was just a paradox joke.
Although I love the reason why Melissa is afraid of roller coasters.
It was the first day of summer, and I had just finished a science project.
Why were you making a science project at the beginning of summer?
So you can spend time goofing off the rest of the summer.
Or she's
Says
a
the
giant
overachiever.
nerd. She's a nerd.
It's like, why would you, like, you only have so much summer vacation. Why would you waste it? To which I'm just like,
Are you sure? Because we've gone way over 104 days.
I thought Doofenshmirtz also made a reference to that. It's like, Perry, this seems like the longest summer ever.
104 days, summer vacation, and then Disney gives us another season.
Honestly, I really thought they was just gonna be 104 episodes of Phineas and Ferb based off the theme song.
Probably what they had planned, but then Disney was like, make more.
Yep, as soon as they saw the merchandise rolling in, Mickey's irises turned into dollar signs, and he was like, we gotta bring in more seasons of this shit.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
I demand more money! More money!
Ah, man, it sucks that Mickey can't appear in the DuckTales reboot, because imagine the potential. The one person in the world richer than Scrooge McDuck, and then they show a silhouette of Mickey, and there's that ominous ho ho.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Uncle Scrooge, I didn't know there was somebody richer than you. It's like, you always said you were the richest person in the world. Ah, I always said I was the richest duck in the world. I never said I was the richest. Although it does kind of peeve me that I'm not.
And then he becomes the Glomgold to, he becomes Mickey's variant or equivalent to Glomgold.
Does anyone else find it real how Webby kept on saying she wanted to eat a hamburger, but there was a Disney character like Clarabelle who's an anthropomorphic cow?
I think they also made that joke on Robot Chicken. Why can't I date her? She's a cow, Goofy.
Don't say.
Someone finally said it!
There's no one like me. There's Goofy.
I think you mean there's Pluto.
Pluto. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those really bizarre situations where there's just the anthropomorphic character, and then the animals just kind of coexist next to him, and you're not supposed to think about it any more than that.
At least it's not like in BoJack Horseman, where like the chicken farm episode.
Yeah, that was really messed up if you think about it.
What?
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
think I want to know.
Well, there's an episode of BoJack where, like, you got all those animal people. Well, there's a farm that has a whole bunch of like chicken animal people, except they're bred specifically to be fried chicken, and so it kind of just raises to the audience a whole bunch of moral. Like, it's like, okay, so are there various different animals like cow people that like are also in this situation, and that's how they get hamburger and stuff? And it's just like, I mean, how I mean, are they forced to be like that, or can they, or is it just I don't know, it's just weird.
Welcome
I
to
guess I
cartoon
watched
logic.
it,
It's always
so no.
weird.
I still want to know what do the predators in Zootopia eat exactly.
The directors and writers said bugs.
Ew, gross.
Tastes like chicken.
Mhm.
Yeah, they could totally sustain themselves on bugs.
It's just a theory.
A film theory.
And cut.
See,
Although-
I was gonna make a Simba joke.
Yeah, to be fair, studies show that eating bugs have a lot of protein and are much more healthier than like beef.
I guess. I guess I'll just put it like this. Probably a hell of a lot easier to raise a cow and eat a beef patty rather than trying to make up for that with like a bowl of crickets. I'm probably completely off here. I'm probably going to have some entomologist come back, watch through this, and be like, like type on their keyboard and correct me. And in that case, I apologize in advance for how ignorant I am on the subject.
Did anyone else have a really hard time understanding half the stuff Donald said in the DuckTales reboot?
Couple of times.
It takes a while, but yeah, he's understandable.
See, I'm gonna sit out of this part of the conversation because I still haven't seen it. So
Oh, Donald Duck in general.
Okay, so just slap some subtitles on the DuckTales reboot and you're good.
Kind of like that one guy from Longest Yard.
oh my god.
I'm glad you are back. Now I don't have to kill you. And then, like in the director's commentary, they're just like, "Oh, we so hope he wasn't angry that we added subtitles to him."
One of the few good Adam Sandler movies. Seriously, he haven't had a good movie since Hotel Transylvania 2.
Oh, I know plenty of people who would argue with you on this sentiment. Luckily, I'm not one of them.
I agree on Hotel Transylvania too, to be honest. Watched that the other day. I liked it.
Yeah, but I don't know, something about Sony animation and sequels never seem to go hand in hand. Like the sequel to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball and Hotel Transylvania aren't bad. They just aren't as good as the original, in my opinion.
The Cloudy sequel was just batshit bizarre. I mean, they already had a fairly surreal premise. The first movie is okay, but then they flipped the Shark Tank. They really did. Anthropomorphic animals or sentient food? What the hell?
Yeah. Still, it's still better than that TV show they tried making.
Haven't seen it. Okay, I can't say anything. I'm probably going to watch it eventually. I'm still kind of playing with the idea going to see the emoji movie.
It's
Don't. It'll drain your soul.
just give them more money to make a sequel.
I kind of want to see a sequel, see how far the train wreck goes. I'm kidding. I doubt it's going to gross enough to make a sequel.
Emoji Movie 15. Poop emoji dies.
There's something ironic about the idea of Sony looking at all the backlash and controversy around the Emoji Movie right now, and then going ahead and making the sequel anyway. There's something about that I find... I find it funny. That would be such a stupid move.
I'm so mad they canceled Lowen Foss Medusa movie and delayed the Papa movie for a rip-off of Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, it's not just a rip-off of Wreck-It Ralph. It also steals a couple of ideas and concepts from Inside Out.
And a Lego movie.
It's just a lazily cobbled together bunch of ideas. It'd be one thing if they did something interesting with it. Or, yeah, I'm tentative to just completely call it a ripoff, but in this particular respect, yeah, it's so lazily cobbled together. Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me mad that in this day and age where we have so many good and creative animated movie and shows, we still get lazy stuff like the Emoji Movie.
There's always gonna be schlock. It's just a fact of life. This just happens to be one of the more headline pieces of schlock. It came to the forefront. Everybody knows it exists. Most stuff, it just kind of goes under the radar, or you're just kind of aware that it exists. It takes something truly phenomenally ridiculous that somebody is pushing way too hard.
This comment from Pierce Salmons, Steven Universe AU, where everything is the same, but Jasper is voiced by Patrick Warburton.
Oh, good lord.
Oh yeah, that go over well with Jasper fans. I know a couple of Jasper fans. Oh god, would they be pissed?
But it would take all of the scary out of Jasper, and I know that's kind of the point, but still. Makes her less fun.
I don't know. Try a line.
Mm.
I'm going to look up a Jasper quote, and if anybody can do a Patrick Warburton impression, go ahead and do it.
Okay, my voice is low, not that low. Jeepers. Although, actually, now I have to find a thing. Hold up. Where is it?
Oh,
Mm.
here would be possibly one of the worst lines to read in a Patrick Warburton voice, because this is probably one of Jasper's big lines. One of the things that asserts how condescending she is towards the crystal gems. One of the big establishing ones for her. But this is all that's left of her army. Some lost defective pearl, a puny, overcooked runt, and this shameless display? Oh man.
Do anyone else think it was a bit too quick for Steven to atone to Oath?
We're gonna have an episode called Lars in the Stars, so I think we're gonna be seeing more Homeworld. Yeah, we waited a long ass time to see Homeworld, but considering the stakes and situation that was in the short TV movie, I think you can call the Steven Universe episodes, got enough that I'm satisfied for now. Quite frankly, the way the plot was going, I'm glad Steven returned to Earth as soon as he did. Because they could have dragged that out and dragged it out and dragged it out, but there's more that Steven can do now that he's returned to Earth. He can get everybody together and figure out what to do about the diamonds. There's actually some kind of plot progression. I'm just going to say it right now. One of the things with Steven Universe is that you get some plot, then long chain of lighthearted episodes in between. That's okay for the first couple of seasons, but come on, we're into season 3 or 4 by this point. We're at the home stretch. As much as I like Steven Universe, okay, I'm just going to frame it like this. When you think of a show that has more plot-driven elements or has something like the Diamonds, doesn't it make more sense to spend the first couple of seasons building up characters or spending time getting to know the characters, then as the plot picks up a bit more, spending more time on the plot? I'm not against some episodes where it just kind of goofs off or tapers off from the main plot, but there has to be some kind of balance.
Exactly. Star versus the Forces of Evil and Gravity Falls do a good job of balancing slice of life episodes with low episodes.
Yeah. Please note that this is a fairly minor complaint. I'm still going to tune into Steven Universe. I enjoy it as a whole.
Yeah, I love all the side characters. I even like Ronaldo, though Kevin can go die in a hole.
Kevin.
I saw a picture where somebody was pairing sour cream with Kevin. Just no.
Oh.
No.
Don't even get me started on how people ship Jamie with Kevin. Like, why? What did Jamie do to deserve being shipped with Kevin?
Kevin! We love you, Kevin! Kevin, please!
His only crime.
Mainly just the melodramatic personalities of both.
Yeah, but Jamie is likable.
In the case of Jamie and Kevin, I can kind of see it. I'll be brutally honest. There's a fan artist that I kind of keep tabs on. She did a fantastic job selling me on the idea of Jamie and Kevin. In other words, Kevin becomes more tolerable, or has more to his personality than just snarky asshole when he's bouncing off of Jamie. That was their characterization of them anyway.
I know who you're talking about, and yes, because they actually make Kevin a freaking human being instead of a stereotype. Darn it.
Well, the only person I really kind of ship with Jamie is Lapis.
Oh, hello, what?
I dig that one.
Yeah, because I know you made some kind of long post about how Jamie and Lapis could possibly be a good pairing, Scrooge, and I digged it.
One of the reasons why people ship Jamie and Kevin together is because they're both pretty boys.
Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest draw. Probably the same appeal for Kevin and Sour Cream. Probably the same kind of appeal there.
Hey, well, I don't ship Kevin with no one. For all I care, again, he can die in a hole or get taken to the human zoo.
I wouldn't go that extreme. We don't really know much about him. He's just a jerk. The best thing he can do is get on the off-screen characters bus and just kind of disappear, fade into the background, along with the Alfonso and Ferguson from Star vs. Forces of Evil. They kind of got shoved on there.
Which
I'm
is a
perfectly okay
shame.
with that.
I haven't seen you guys all year, but you two are still doing your thing. Woo!
It's a shame because when I was rewatching Star vs. the Forces of Evil episode for my every episode 10 words or less, Alfonso and Ferguson are like really funny characters. I mean, they are my favorite characters, but they certainly aren't bad characters.
They're just blah. I'm kind of glad Star Versus took the direction that it did. That Alfonso and Ferguson kind of got sidelined. Brittany got sidelined. She's a lot more entertaining now when she just says something snarky or pops up as a cameo. That's a much better role for her character the way she's set up.
I mean, yeah, when the show first started, I figured they would do, like in synopsises in which like a character from another dimension or planet, like they try, see them really trying to interact with school life. Kind of like that one episode from Symbiotic Titan when I think her name was Lina or something, tried out for the cheerleading squad.
See, I never got around to watching Symbiotic Titan, so I can't get that analogy. Oops.
I have personally downloaded every single episode from Kiss Cartoon back when it was still up, just so that way I could rewatch the show should I ever lose internet.
I've only seen a couple of episodes, but I'm holding off because if Gendy can bring back Samurai Jack, I have my fingers crossed that he can somehow bring back Symbiotic Titan.
Yeah, but then he'd probably want to like do a continuation, in which case you should like watch the entirety of what is out now, so that way you'd be already caught up.
I will. Although at least when they introduce a romance between the two main characters, it won't come out of nowhere or feel forced. Jack and Ashi.
Oh, there isn't going to be a romance between Lance and Alana. Gindi specifically said that these two were just friends. There were even two love interests introduced in one of the later episodes. Both Lance and Alana have specific love interests that they meet at a party or something. There probably would have been way more development if the series had gone on longer.
Oh, well, that's a nice change because I know SR normally he doesn't ship the main pairing, like he doesn't ship Dipsifica or Ladronette or Stalker or Andrew and Akko or again pretty much any main OTP of a fandom.
Getting called out.
I ship the main OTP and a lot of the crazy side fairs a lot of the time. I'm a multi-shipper, so I can't really relate too much on that. I dig both. I like Adrian and Marinette, and I also like Marinette and Nalia.
Oh, see, I got a friend who's really big on. Oh my god, I can't even with this boy. Marinette and Illustrator, whose name is escaping me at the moment.
Nathaniel.
Oh,
They're
hell
like
yes.
huge on those two together, and I'm just like, hey, I can see it, but I kind of ship Nathaniel with an original character that's in the works, so I'm just like, awkward. Honestly, it's like I kind of used to be a specific like ship one person with another person, and then don't ship those two people with other people. And I'm like now just slowly getting into the idea of being a multi-shipper, so everything's kind of new to me.
Same.
To be honest.
A whole new world, a new ship I must pursue.
That is exactly what happened with me and Star Wars. I was like, okay, the only person I'm shipping with Marco is Star. No one else. 2 seasons later, I'm shipping 4 different characters of Marco.
I'll be brutally
No one
honest. I
can
can't
stand
say
his
that.
rotten heat.
Yes. I need to make that a meme. I wish I could. Then I could sell my t-shirts.
You need to make that a t-shirt and I'll wear it.
It is a t-shirt. I have it for sale on Redbubble.
Oh shit, that's right. See, you have to understand, my mom works in screen printing, so I'm kind of already used to like getting stuff made. I need to do that.
If you
I
pay
really
me
do.
X amount of money, I can send you the file and maybe you can get his. No, there'd be copyright issues there. So
Yeah, plus I'm kind of just waiting to get my first paycheck because work starts tomorrow. Woo! So I'm like, okay, get a little more in the bank account, then start like asking people for commissions.
buy my t-shirt.
Less.
Okay.
Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my. Sorry, Mike. Had to go.
Although Marco have it easy. Let not even touch Spike haremless. Good lord, he's shipped with like everyone from MLP.
Jeez.
Just
Wayne,
leave the baby dragon alone, please.
The rarity
like,
of Spike is already
please.
squiggy enough. No.
that's the burden of being the only main male character of a show full of female main characters.
Sorry, I think the only one that gets more of it than Spike is freaking Big Mac, because that poor child. Oh my god, no one. Big Mac is not safe from anyone. His poor boy.
Well, as you know, a couple of the whole Big Mac and all of Big Mac ships sunk since he and Sugar Plum or Sugar Bloom are now
Sugar Bell.
Yeah, Sugar Bell.
That's not going to stop people from shipping stuff, though.
Oh yeah, heck
Dude,
no.
making something canon never stops people from shipping. Why do you think there's still so many people shipping Percy with Nico?
Oh,
anyone gets that
Percy
reference.
Jackson.
Or let's talk about how many people are still hell bent on the Zutara thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to open up that can of worms. Just best example that I can think of.
Honestly,
Oh,
ship what
another-
you want, just don't try to force it on me. That's just my philosophy.
Oh, another controversial one. People still shipping Narusaku and Naruhina as the canon. I remember
Good
some
lord.
ridiculous story that came out about a bunch of American fans or some kind of fan group getting upset saying, we won't buy the author needs to change the ending so that Naruto ends up with Sakura instead. Otherwise, this manga is complete trash. It's
Oh,
trash
so-
for other reasons. Your ship not becoming canon isn't one of them.
Some shippers take it way too far.
Also, I'm sorry to anyone that likes Naruto. I'm just I'm being mean. I was actually invested in the series for a while, but as soon as it started becoming Sasuke, what happened to you? As soon as it became that, I dropped it.
I've been meaning to check out Boruto. I hear that show is at least pretty good.
See, you gotta understand, I'm one of those people that didn't even get as far as Shippuden. Oh my god, how the fudge do you say this?
Shit
Ah,
pudding.
Shippuden.
Shippuden.
Shit pudding.
thank you.
Shit
Ah!
pudding.
Oh my god. Woman!
Shit pudding. Nah, go with the official pronunciation. I'm just being an obnoxious little shit.
Sell yourself. You're being your wonderful, trolly self.
I wouldn't call myself a troll. More like I like to tease people. There's a world difference.
Phrasing.
I cannot wait for this to get taken out of context. I'm gonna laugh my butt off.
Oh God. Of course that gets turned on me. Happened with you last week. Now, of course. Everybody's gonna have their turn on the whole phrasing.
Oh
What are
my
you
God.
freaking out about over there?
See, I would say it, but there's kind of a reason that this particular, well, I should say it's mostly because it's kind of none of my business, so I'm not. I'm just not
Okay,
gonna
okay.
say.
Going to shelve that right now. I'm sorry I asked.
No, you're
Yeah.
fine. You didn't know. You don't know.
Yeah, let's just leave it. Let's just leave it at that. Fuck this shit. I'm out. No thanks.
See, I'm just never gonna stop laughing at the picture that is associated with this chat. It's just
Picture associated with this chat.
the one that I'm saying is kind of none of my business.
Oh, the mystery thing that has it's always like wander in the box. I want to know what's in the box, but I know I can't look in there.
Oh my god, you're Pandora. Scrooge's Pandora. I can't accept it.
I'm gonna pump some crappy music now. What off the top
Yay.
20 is your vice?
I should have known it was you in that cursed box of yours all along.
Awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems.
Try Pandora Premium. Start your free trial of Premium today. Now, enjoy the music.
I should rename this particular Headcanon Hive to shit pudding.
Oh my
Because-
god.
Because its current title really doesn't fit. We barely even talked about DuckTales.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard when I don't know. I mean, I forget how many of us haven't seen it.
I haven't.
I've
True.
seen it.
Okay, I'm changing the title of this to shit pudding. Unless anybody else has a
God.
better recommendation.
I kind of do, but I'm not sure how to word it. I kind of want, actually, no, I kind of want to say there is no point.
There is no
I don't know. That's just kind of what all these chats become at this stage in the game.
I'll come back to what the title of this is later. I promise I won't title it shit pudding, even though I'm very, very tempted.
Please don't. Like, for legal reasons, that's just not a good idea.
Well, everyone here have seen OKKO, right? At least a couple of episodes.
Yep, I've seen the
Nope.
first 3 episodes.
Okay, KO.
We'll fight to the end.
You are my best friend. Let's start the show.
OKKO. Let's start the show.
Earworm theme song.
Well, it's like the ending credits theme is sung by Rebecca Sugar.
See, KO reminds me a lot of season 1 Finn, always wanting to be a hero and everything.
Well, he is a young boy.
Shit. First episode I saw of OKKO is the one with Joe Cuppa, the guy with the coffee cup for head that kept.
See, my thing with OKKO is that I even if I didn't really know what was going on, the first thing that came to my mind is like, is this the new Mucha Lucha?
Oh my gosh, I love
man.
that show.
Stop tugging on my heartstrings. I really want to see Mucha Lucha come back.
I remember them airing the Mucha Lucha movie on Cartoon Network all the time.
Mucha Lucha, Mucha Lucha.
I need to go back and rewatch the Mucha Lucha movie. There's a brief. The one thing I remember from it is the brief scene where they meet up with Penn and Teller and some of the crazy antics that play out there. That was my introduction to Penn and Teller, actually.
Man, I miss Kids WB.
Meh. I just think of it as a nostalgic part of childhood. And I'm okay
No,
with leaving
yeah.
it there.
Yeah, true. But I remember always coming home from school, taking off my book bag and stuff, waiting to do my homework for later, and sitting down in front of the TV and watching episodes of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Mega Man, NT Wario. Anyone else remember that Mega Man show?
I still have the third Battle Network GBA game.
See, those are my Mega Man game. I know a lot of people love the retro, but the Battle Network, those are my favorite Mega Man games.
Can't really comment here.
Nope, can't either.
And going back to the whole idea of kids WB or even Saturday morning cartoon blocks, look at what direction programming and media are taking in general. Rather than having to wait for something to premiere on Saturday morning or even on TV in general, I like the idea of things switching over to more platforms like Netflix, Hulu, etc., where you can queue it up whenever you damn well please. Like it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you want to watch OKKO, you can just pull it up on a streaming service or something. I love that. I want more networks to take that direction. I don't want to have to watch my shit at a specific time.
True, but there was something about Saturday morning cartoon, or like what I really love, like Friday nights were amazing as a kid. That would be the night in which Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or Disney Channel would be airing new episodes of all their favorite shows. Like Friday, I wasn't just excited about Friday because it would be the last day of school for the week, but because of new episodes of all my favorite shows later in that evening. I would pop myself a bag of popcorn, kick back, relax, and enjoy the shows.
Hell, I still like whenever the Cartoon Network it shows the bumpers at the end. I still do the dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Cartoons. I still do that.
Awkward silence. And sound of silence.
Oh, see, Trolls was actually a good movie. Like, see, whoever made that first teaser with the trolls choking need to be fired because the movie was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
What?
No, you say sound of. I thought you were making a reference to the Trolls movie
No,
with the.
I was referencing Simon and Garfunkel, the guys who made the original. Now, in regards to the Trolls movie, I went to theaters and I saw it and I liked it. And I'll admit that the short cover they did in there, that was fairly well done. But I was referencing the original.
Oh,
Though now the Trolls got brought up, I was pleasantly surprised by how well executed it was. I'd say it's in the same niche as a Lego movie, a premise you didn't really expect to take off, but did surprisingly well. Now, I'm not directly comparing the two. The Lego movie is in a league all its own. I'm just saying that there is something to be said for the idea of a movie with an iffy premise, but subverts audience expectations. Hell, I've watched a lot of emoji movie reviews, and some people bring it up like I went in with a little bit of optimism. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, see if they knock it out of the park or do something like that. I'm morbidly fascinated by the emoji movie. Okay, so that's why. But that's just it. Trolls falls into the category of they took the premise, somebody gave a flying crap about it, did some creative stuff with it, and it turned out to be a half decent production. Pretty entertaining. I'd recommend giving it a watch.
yep. Another good DreamWorks movie that came out this year was Captain Underpants. Like when I saw the trailer and I heard Kevin Hart voice, I like, why are they hiring adult actors to voice these kids? It's really distracting. But when I sat down and watched the movie, it didn't distract me at all, and the movie was actually pretty entertaining. Awkward silence. Do you guys remember that CN rap? You know, when back when they aired stuff like Batman the Brave and the Bold and Secret Saturday, like, are you seeing this? Dun dun, boom, 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 boom. Are you seeing this? Dun dun, boom, 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 boom.
Is that
That was, that was probably during the era when I didn't have regular TV.
I'll put the link in the chat box on Hangouts.
okay? Was this during the time or during the CN Dark Ages, quote unquote, or sometime shortly after it?
No,
Looks
it
like
was
it.
just before. It was back when they was first airing Total Drama on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that was shortly before the CN Dark Ages, then, or rather, when there was a great big drought of half decent animation.
Yeah, they had Total Drama, Flapjack, Chowdo, Secret Saturday. They recently made the new series Ben 10 Alien Force, which was great.
Dude, we're not bored. Think about any given conversation that you have with a person. It ends up derailing into talking about nothing. Those are the best kinds of conversations, about nothing substantive. Most people, if you listen to them talking, they're probably talking about Aunt Judy taking the kids to get their shots for school, or what Cody did the other day. Just general run-of-the-mill stuff. That's the essence of conversation. You're not always going to have a bunch of people sitting around having dynamic, engaging dialogue like what you find in Star Trek. Like, let's get around the table and discuss whether or not Data has rights as a sentient android. Yeah, you're not going to have that kind of conversation every day.
I've never really been a big fan of Star Trek. I tried watching that movie that came out a couple of years ago. It never really got me. Always found Star Wars to be more interesting. Although
What?
maybe, huh?
What movie are you talking about? Are you talking about the newest ones?
No, I'm just talking about Star Trek in general. Like,
Oh,
it never really caught my interest. I've always found Star Wars to be cooler, probably because they have freaking laser swords.
I'm gonna sound horrible here, but I've never been able to get into Star Wars. Star Trek, that's the one that got me. I like watching people in weird outfits walking around, and I started out with Deep Space Nine, so that may be part of what caught my attention, but
Though the show I really need to watch more of is Star Wars Rebels because he was good. I watched season 1, it was good, and I started season 2, but then I got distracted by other shows, and I hear season 3 was also really good.
definitely intend to catch up on Rebels myself. That one looked pretty promising. If there's anything I'll give the Star Wars series, the few episodes I've seen of the CGI tie-ins, those look pretty promising. Those I was
Yeah.
actually kind of able to get into.
Yeah, I prefer the Gendy Tartakovsky one.
Oh, hell yeah. It was made by Gendy freaking Tartakovsky. Everything he touches is gold.
Yeah, and then they had to retcon it.
When Disney bought Marvel.
No,
Oh, wait, no, when Disney
Before.
bought Star Wars.
no, because between episodes 2 and 3, they had Gendy make pretty much explaining what happened between 2 and 3, which is why 3 starts where it does, and why all like General Grievous and stuff is the way he is, and why the Chancellor is and why the Chancellor is captured and all that.
Oh.
But then whenever they made the CGI one, they pretty much said, "Oh, the 2D Gendy Tartakovsky one? No, that's non-canon. This CGI stuff, this is really what happened."
Screw retconning all the other stuff. Like, didn't you have some pretty cool stuff in the Star Wars extended universe too? There were a bunch of really fun, interesting concepts that nope, retconning it because new boss stepped in. The mouse doesn't want that. So
No, we're building our own universe. All that extra info, goodbye, ho.
I'm the destroyer of worlds.
yeah, so there's a season 3 of Wander. They were talking about this mysterious big bad, this person Dominator. It's not the mysterious monkey villain everybody thinks it is. Darn it, I forgot the name they were going for. It's Mickey in this great big Emperor Palpatine type ship, ready to That's why there wasn't a season 3, because the universe got wiped out by Emperor Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you about Darth Plagueis?
How exactly was Mickey like made and shaped into like this evil corporate leader of Disney? Like, how did this happen exactly?
That's a good question. I'll have to
He's
get
the
back to you
face.
on that.
Because Disney will squash anything that it doesn't like, and Mickey Mouse is the face of Disney.
Okay, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Just kind of trying to think of it in a historical context. That'd be a fun video to make. I'm almost half tempted to. Would you mind if I made a video based on that?
Oh, go for it. Although I do love, I really need to watch more of it, but I do love the story of Epic Mickey, in which they explain technically before Mickey, Oswald the Rabbit was the true star of Disney, but then legal stuff happened. Man, we were supposed to be talking about DuckTales and OKKO.
That was more like tentative subject. Things always spiral into something completely unexpected on
Okay, but what does everyone think of the DuckTales reboot? I mean, I love it. Even though I've, again, pretty much never seen the original, you can tell there is a lot of love and effort being put into this reboot, unlike all of Cartoon Network reboots.
I remember a year ago when Wander wrapped up, I was following one of the guys that was working on it. He switched over to DuckTales, and as soon as he started posting DuckTales stuff and showing how excited he was about the project, I had no doubt that this was definitely cobbled together by a team that cares about this particular franchise, Scrooge McDuck, all the characters and such involved. I have been really excited to see what they come up with. After seeing it, I don't really have a lot of context for the original DuckTales. I haven't seen it. It is so easy to dive right into this particular show. It definitely has its own distinctive personality and approach. I definitely want to get some context for what the original DuckTales was like and how the original characters interacted or what theme and tone they were going for. But so far, this is a pretty fun, fairly energetic show. They do a good job setting up sympathetic relationship between Donald and his nephew, sort of setting up Scrooge as somebody who's ready to get back into the saddle, get back to his old life as a adventurer and stuff. That's as much as I can really say about it right now. Just the show's fun. I'm curious to see where it goes.
Who's everyone's favorite triplet? Right now, my favorite is Dewey.
Oh, same here. Next reboot will be Quack Pack. No!
Oh.
No! I'm going to look it up to make sure I have the right context for which weird duck show that was. Oh God, I did. No. It's in the same vein as rebooting that weird ass show about the Mighty Ducks where they decided to take what was supposed to be a low.
It was a hockey Disney movie.
And then it became a series about anthropomorphic ducks playing hockey and trying to save the universe. What the? How do you jump from a generic sports movie about kids triumphing in XYZ sport to anthropomorphic ducks using a sport to save the universe? What? How do you make that jump?
Turtles. It was around the era whenever the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were really big, and a lot of other studios were trying to cash in on that phrase, i.e., Street Sharks and all that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Mighty Ducks cartoon kind of got me into wanting to be an animator. So, I mean, there's that.
What is that sound?
Another UFO in the background.
My brother's show.
I like my theory better.
Cartoon Critter, of course we all remember Darkwing Duck. I mean, I've never seen a single episode, but I've heard the theme song, which is epic. He's even going to be in an episode of the DuckTales reboot.
I haven't seen an episode of it either. I feel so bad about that because that's a major staple in everybody else's childhood. But
Everyone not seeing these shows, and here I am having grown up watching these things. I even have like the first volume of Darkwing Duck on DVD and stuff. It's just like, all y'all are making me feel old.
okay, on that note, going to wrap things up. SR, you're not old. If I have to hear one more person in their early to mid 20s make that comment, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just, if you're in your early 20s, I don't care what you have going on. You are not old. I swear. Yes, yeah, you're just barely starting life. You probably just started paying taxes. Learned how much it sucks to be an adult. You're just learning how to adult. You are not old. Old is a crotchety old lady watching TV and making semi-racist remarks, or just, that's old. Old is the old guy hanging out at McDonald's shooting the breeze with his buddy over a cup of coffee. There are old people more energetic than 20-something saying, I'm old. Stop it. On that note, everybody needs to tune in to the new DuckTales if they haven't seen it yet. It's definitely worth a watch. And good night, everybody.
Adios.
All right.